And not to negate Matt's point that we're all celebrating, well, hey, we've got New Zealand in a quarter-final. It's nothing to celebrate, but I think that's the reason France with Sean Edwards, that South African defence, very scary in defence. I think there is a sense that Ireland, with their ball skills, like that Capewota try, can manipulate New Zealand a bit more. The way they stood off even. They did that in the first couple of minutes. You guys remarked on it.
Absolutely. I think if there's one weakness to this New Zealand team, it's their defensive.
Yeah.
They are very passive in D. They give the opposition a lot of time and space on the ball that the Irish attackers will love.
Yeah.
They are not nearly as aggressive as South Africa or France are. And we saw Italy get around them 3 or 4 times tonight. They did it quite early on in the first 5 minutes. They just didn't have the skill set to be able to do anything with that space that they manipulated out on the edge. But certainly defensively for this All Blacks team, I think Ireland, should we get there in a quarter-final, will be able to exploit quite a bit of space on the edges.
I think also the South African defence is the sort of unique defence in this tournament, isn't it? They're so compact and so harder, faster and more compact than any other team, where I think the Scottish defence is similar to New Zealand's, not identical, but similar.
Yeah.
And any defence that allows Ireland time to get in 3 passes, and we saw the New Zealand defence allow the Italians to get in 3 passes, that will cause them trouble. Because if Ireland can get 3 passes in, they're very creative. Very, very creative on space and then attacking that space. Where the South Africans, Ireland just couldn't get the 3 passes in very often. When they did a good job. But if they can multiply those opportunities, especially if they can get their line out working, as Robbie pointed out last week, I think it does make it easier, but it's less awkward. They give you that extra second, which is huge. It's huge in decision-making in international rugby.
So that is the hope. I mean, I'm sure New Zealand will be able to hurt Ireland. It should be, I mean, it'll be an amazing game again. There's a significant game next weekend in the meantime.
Of course, absolutely. I mean, we're speaking, hypothetically here, but of course it would be a celebration of rugby. And, I think just for New Zealand, getting Shannon Frizzell back in, we see how important Barrett is at 12. He gives that extra link as an extra kicker. I know against France, they weren't exactly firing on all cylinders with that game, but it just adds an extra dimension. So, I mean, just watch out for New Zealand. Don't take your eyes off them, absolutely.
Yeah. OK, interesting. The plot thickens is where we are.
Getting to the business end.
Yes.
Getting right down. The festival comes to an end and the business starts.
Okay.
And we're all looking forward to both.
Ding dong.
We sure are.